Imagine a city, once a jewel of civilization, now a sprawling ruin under a perpetually twilight sky. At its heart stands a monument to a forgotten age, a colossal clock tower, its spires piercing the clouds. Its four faces, once gleaming with gold and enamel, are now weathered and cracked. And the most haunting feature? The hands on each dial are frozen, perpetually pointing to a moment just before midnight. For centuries, they haven't moved a single second. This is the city of Eldoria, and that is its silent sentinel, the Kronos Spire. The air in Eldoria is heavy, thick with dust and the silence of abandonment. The streets are a labyrinth of crumbling facades and overgrown avenues. Statues of forgotten heroes are veiled in ivy, their stone eyes staring blankly at the desolation. You can almost hear the echoes of a vibrant past, the clatter of horse-drawn carriages on cobblestone, the murmur of crowded marketplaces, the distant laughter from grand ballrooms. But now all that remains is the wind, a mournful whisper that snakes through the empty alleyways, carrying with it a chill that has nothing to do with the temperature. The city is dead, but it is not empty. The true inhabitants of Eldoria are the memories, shadows etched into the very stones. The clock tower stands as the epicenter of this strange stillness. Locals from the surrounding, more modern towns speak of it in hushed tones. They call it the Timeless Tower, a place where time itself came to a halt. They warn travelers to stay away, especially as night falls. Because in Eldoria, the end of the day doesn't bring rest. It brings a performance. As the real-world sun sets and the sky deepens to an inky black, strange energy begins to gather around the Kronos Spire. It's a subtle shift, a hum in the air that you feel more than you hear. The frozen hands of the clock seem to grow darker, more defined against the pale stone. The entire city holds its breath, waiting for the one moment of motion it's allowed. Midnight. And then it happens. A deep, resonant chime shatters the silence. 1, 2, 3. The sound isn't rusty or broken, but full and rich, as if the bell were brand new. It echoes through every ruined street and shattered window, a powerful, soul-shaking toll. As the 12th and final chime fades, the city awakens. From the ethereal mists that rise from the ground, figures begin to appear. They are translucent, shimmering apparitions, dressed in the finery of a long-gone era. Ladies in elegant ball gowns, gentlemen in tailored coats, children with ribbons in their hair. They don't seem to notice the ruins around them. To them, the city is still in its prime. They glide through walls, their ghostly forms passing through rubble as if it weren't there. The streets fill with the phantom sounds of life. A ghostly orchestra strikes up a waltz from a collapsed music hall. Laughter and conversation drift from spectral cafes where no one has sat for an age. You can see a young couple stealing a kiss in a park that is now just weeds and dirt. A newsboy, his form flickering, shouts headlines that are centuries old. They are all reliving the same night over and over again. This is the curse, or perhaps the blessing, of the Kronos Spire. On the night the city fell a catastrophe, no one alive remembers time, was fractured. The moment of the disaster was frozen, sealed within the city's limits. Every midnight, as the bell tolls, the spirits of those who perished are forced to relive their final blissful moments of ignorance before the end. They are unaware of their fate, trapped in a beautiful, tragic loop. What caused the clock to stop? Some legends speak of a powerful sorcerer who, in a desperate attempt to save his love from the impending doom, cast a monumental spell to stop time. He succeeded, but the spell was too powerful, too absolute. It didn't just pause the moment, it shattered it, creating an eternal echo. He saved his love from death, but condemned her and everyone else to an endless, ghostly repetition. Other tales suggest a more scientific, or perhaps alchemical, explanation. The tower was said to be built over a temporal anomaly, a rare convergence of cosmic energies. The city's greatest minds were trying to harness this energy to create a source of infinite power, but their ambition outstripped their wisdom. Their experiment went catastrophically wrong, and the resulting energy surge froze the temporal state of the entire city at the moment of overload. The clock tower, the device meant to regulate the energy, became its eternal prison. As a silent observer, you could walk among them. They wouldn't see you. You're outside their reality, a visitor to their repeating memory. You can watch the Grand Duchess greet her guests, her spectral jewels glittering. You can see the baker pulling phantom loaves from an oven that has long turned to dust. There's a profound sadness in the scene, a beautiful, heartbreaking dance of ghosts. They are so full of life, yet they are not alive. They are trapped in their happiest moment, just before the curtain fell. The loop lasts for what feels like a few hours. The ghostly ball reaches its crescendo. The phantom drinks are raised in a final toast. The spectral children are tucked into beds that no longer exist. Then, as an unseen dawn approaches, the figures begin to fade. The music softens. The laughter dies down. One by one, they dissolve back into the mist, their forms becoming transparent wisps of light before vanishing completely. Silence reclaims Eldoria. The streets are empty once more. The real sun rises, casting long shadows across the ruins. The city returns to its state of quiet decay. The only evidence of the night's spectral carnival is the lingering scent of phantom perfume and the deep, resonant memory of the bells. And the clock tower stands, as it always does, silent and still. Its hands haven't moved. They still point to a minute before midnight, waiting to strike 12 again, to reawaken the city of ghosts, to replay the beautiful, tragic symphony of a single frozen night. The clock tower without time is more than just a haunted place. It's a memorial, a story, a paradox. It's a testament to a moment so powerful it refused to be forgotten, even by time itself. It asks us a question. Is it better to live forever in a happy memory, even if it's a lie, or to face the harsh reality of an ending? The ghosts of Eldoria have no choice. They dance on, forever young, forever happy, forever trapped in the shadow of the silent clock. Thanks for watching this journey into the heart of Eldoria. If you love tales of mystery and fantasy, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories from the forgotten corners of imagination. See you next time.